Bamidbar, Chapter 33. These are the stages in the journey of the people of Israel as they left the land of Egypt, divided into groups under the leadership of Moshe and Aharon. Moshe recorded each of the stages of their journey by order of Yehovah. Here are the starting points of each stage. They began their journey from Ramses in the first month. On the 15th day of the first month, the morning after the Pesach, the people of Israel left proudly in view of all the Egyptians, while the Egyptians were burying those among them whom Yehovah had killed, all their firstborn. Yehovah had also executed judgment on their gods. The people of Israel moved on from Ramses, encamped at Sukkot. They moved on from Sukkot and camped at Etam, by the edge of the desert. They moved on from Etam and turned back to Pi-Hairot, in front of Baal Zephon, and camped before Migdol. They moved on from Pnei Ha-Hirot, passed through the sea to the desert, continued 3 days' journey into the Etam desert, and camped at Marah. They moved on from Marah and came to Elim. In Elim were 12 springs and 70 palm trees, so they camped there. They moved on from Elim and camped by the Sea of Suf. They moved on from the Sea of Suf and camped in the Sin desert. They moved on from the Sin desert and camped at Dofka. They moved on from Dofka and camped at Alush. They moved on from Alush and camped at Rephidim, where there was no water for the people to drink. They moved on from Rephidim and camped in the Sinai desert. They moved on from the Sinai desert and camped at Kivrot HaTava. They moved on from Kivrot HaTava and camped in Hatzerot. They moved on from Hatzerot and camped at Ritma. They moved on from Ritma and camped at Rimon Peretz. They moved on from Rimon Peretz and camped at Livna. They moved on from Livna and camped at Rissa. They moved on from Rissa and camped at Kehelah. They moved on from Kehelah and camped at Mount Shefer. They moved on from Mount Shefer and camped at Haradah. They moved on from Haradah and camped at Makhelot. They moved on from Makhelot and camped at Tachat. They moved on from Tachat and camped at Terach. They moved on from Terach and camped at Mitkah. They moved on from Mitkah and camped at Hashmonah. They moved on from Hashmonah and camped at Moserot. They moved on from Moserot and camped at Bnei Yaakan. They moved on from Bnei Yaakan and camped at Hor Hagidgad. They moved on from Hor Hagidgad and camped at Yotvata. They moved on from Yotvata and camped at Avrona. They moved on from Avrona and camped at Etzion Geber. They moved on from Etzion Geber and camped in the Sin desert, that is Kadesh. They moved on from Kadesh and camped at Mount Hor, at the border of the land of Edom. At Yehovah's order, Aharon the Kohen went up on Mount Hor, and he died there on the first day of the 5th month of the 40th year after the people of Israel had left the land of Egypt. Aharon was 123 years old when he died on Mount Hor. The Canaanite king of Arad, who lived in the Negev in the land of Canaan, had heard that the people of Israel were coming, so they moved on from Mount Hor and camped at Zalmonah. They moved on from Zalmonah and camped at Punon. They moved on from Punon and camped at Ovot. They moved on from Ovot and camped at Iye Ha'avarim, by the border of Moab. They moved on from Iyim and camped at Divon Gad. They moved on from Divon Gad and camped at Almon Divlatayim. They moved on from Almon Divlatayim and camped in the Avarim range, in front of Nevo. They moved on from the Avarim range and camped in the plains of Moab by the Yarden across from Jericho. Their camp by the Yarden extended from Bet HaYeshimot all the way to Avel Hashittim in the plains of Moab. Yehovah spoke to Moshe in the plains of Moab by the Yarden across from Jericho. He said to tell the people of Israel, "When you cross the Yarden into the land of Canaan, you are to expel all the people living in the land from in front of you. Destroy all their stone figures, destroy all their metal statues, and demolish all their high places. Drive out the inhabitants of the land and live in it, for I have given the land to you to possess. You will inherit the land by lot according to your families. You are to give more land to the larger families and less to the smaller ones. Wherever the lot falls to any particular person, that will be his property. You will inherit according to the tribes of your ancestors. But if you don't drive out the inhabitants of the land from in front of you, then those you allow to remain will become like thorns in your eyes and stings in your sides. They will harass you in the land where you are living, and in this event, I will do to you what I intended to do to them."